Alright, can you hear me? Coming through. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Check, check. So the remaster is here. I got it by buying it because I didn't have early access. I did not have early access. So I only just got it. And I can only finally actually assess what it does, good or bad. And that's what I'm going to try and do. But already I'm pissed off. I'm already annoyed because before I even got into the game, I can't even do custom keybinds. I can't set manual binds because half of this shit is locked. So this is a remaster. You're meant to be bringing it forward to be playable and usable for a modern audience. 2021. We have higher standards now. We need to be able to do better interfacing. We need higher frames. That's why I've got the frame counter on. We need higher frames and we need more efficient interfacing. It has to be tactile and fast. That is their job. The game has already been made. So what we need now is improvement. We need to be able to play the game better and interact with it better. And someone like me especially, with doing YouTube, we need more efficient interfacing. That's what I focus on a lot. I want my frames to be high, I want my interfacing to be effective. So when I see stuff like this, I get really fucking annoyed, I get really angry. It pisses me off like nothing else, and I'm not the only one. Because, look at this, we've already got Reddit posts from people that are pissed off. These are lefties. So this is 10% of your player base right here, 5%, 10%. All the left-handed people right there are just shat on, they're just dismissed. And when you don't even have to make the game because that's already been done, when the game already exists, it's a bit ridiculous that they're going to just exclude 10% of their player base just like that. When they don't need to, it's needless. All they have to do is spend some time making the interface work. So yeah, this is... I'm already annoyed. Like, my god, I tried to reserve judgment, I tried to wait and give them a chance because I've got to do that, and already I'm getting really annoyed. And of course, the modders are stepping up and fixing shit. How long has that been? 3:56 PM. So within an hour, someone had already posted a mod, and this is someone from my Discord, by the way. So the modders are already doing what they couldn't. I hate this shit, I hate it. And by the way, I'm going to show you something really funny that I noticed. I haven't really played the game yet. Hang on. I loaded in, I started a quick battle. Yeah, I know the music's loud. I started a quick battle and... yeah, this is the default audio levels. I loaded a quick battle, I clicked around for a few seconds, I tapped out, and I was waiting until now because I might refund this. I was thinking about what to do and I might refund this. So I'm going to give this a chance, I'm going to play it for an hour and a half, and then if I go over the 2 hours, I'm going to try and ask to get it refunded. If I'm still unhappy, I'm going to try and get it refunded despite the 2 hour period, trial period. Because I can't even interface properly without mods, and I haven't tried the mods yet. I don't really want to do that. When I buy a remaster, I really don't want to sit fucking around with mods all the time to try and get things to work. It kind of defeats the whole point. I already managed to get the game working, more or less, with the original ROM. So I don't want to have to do that again. The whole point of the remaster is that I don't need to do this shit. It's meant to be a remaster that gets this right. So yeah, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, and I think at the moment it looks like I'm going to refund this, but I'm going to give it a try first and go through my list, because when I made that video a month ago, I had a checklist of what they had to do right, and already this is just fucking, they shat the bed with this. Nope, no rebind support. But I can test all this other stuff, I can check all this, and if people have questions, I can I can look into it and assess it and see what they've done. So I'm gonna do a quick battle first of all. And yeah, the music is really loud, it's too loud. Yeah, so I can't, like, bear in mind, I don't have proper configured controls at the moment. I'm sitting on WASD, which I'm not used to. I can't actually easily have an optimized layout because they haven't made it possible. Is Glasgow full of specky bands?
The sun has risen. Many brave warriors will not
Yep.
wait my orders.
Oh my god, my keybinds are fucked. I actually tried to rebind WASD to somewhere else, and now I'm stuck on narrow keys. Jesus fucking Christ. Hang on, I need to show you something first, that's what I was trying to remember. So, select all, miscellaneous. Select all, Control A. I can't rebind that. Hang on, I'm gonna just show you some mouse action. See how long it takes for the drag placement to render? My mouse is already over here, and it hasn't rendered it yet, it hasn't showed the preview. Look. I can't play this fast, it's precluded. Fast, effective gameplay is precluded in a remaster. And I'm dragging around this unit. And because I'm doing it too fast, the speed that I do it in Shogun 2, it's not working. I did it that time, but I've got to slow down. I'm gonna put the mic right down to my mouse so you can hear it, right? Hang on. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? That's me dragging a box and nothing is fucking happening. Nothing is happening. What the fuck? Fuck is this shit? And then when you finally get the unit selected, you do this. Look! What the fuck? Look! It's just the same as Rome Total War. Like 17 years for nothing. I can't really play this like I would want to. I can play much faster than the game is willing to let me play. Look, I dragged a line. I'm dragging a line. I've got to fucking wait. What the fuck? I can't wait in the middle of a battle. Fucking hell. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to the main menu. Because I've got to show you something. And then we'll compare it with the original Rome, alright? So... miscellaneous. Select all. See that? See how it's greyed out, alright? You cannot rebind this control. Select all. What, so... at the end of the battle, when you're in multiplayer and you've been wrecked, you're gonna click select all the time, especially if it's really close. Like, you want to be able to see where your units are, just for a start. You want to be able to do that. Select all is useful, it's really useful. Forget at the start in the deployment phase, that doesn't matter, you have all the time in the world. At the end of the battle, you need all of your controls to be tight, and this is one of them. And you cannot rebind it. So, it's kind of a game breaker if I can't have these essential functions be rebinded and have an effective control layout that's ergonomic and optimized. If I'm going to be stuck with WASD as a lefty, which I am, I'm left-handed, then I can't play it, I'm just going to just refund that shit. So I can't rebind select all, can't do it, and then let's go to Rome Total War. Alright, watch this, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this shit. I couldn't believe it. Like, I had a feeling, I thought I remembered rebinding select all and having a convenient bind for it. I was sure I did, and sure enough, get a load of this. select all. I have it on you because I'm a lefty and I'm at the right side of the keyboard. It lets you fucking rebind it in Rome Total War. So it's worse. It's fucking worse. Not only is it not perfectly remastered so that everything is great, it's fucking worse. Oh my god. Oh, fucking hell. And this is what we waited a month for. And why didn't anyone tell me this? Why did no one tell me this? Why did no one say that you can't rebind properly? Why did no one say that it's a remaster without remastered controls? Fuck's sake. Alright, I'm gonna try and read your comments now. It's not remastered at all. I'm quite sure there are people that put effort into this and that there were some good ideas here, but see when you market a game as a remaster and it isn't a remaster, that's really fucking aggravating to someone like me that cares about the game and wants it to be a remaster. I really cared about Homeworld and I wanted a Homeworld remaster, and I was happy when it seemed like a really good efforted project. But in this case, I haven't even started playing yet really, and I'm already really pissed off by 10 different things. Alright, so let's do this again. Yeah, so forget doing custom binds. You've got to just stay on the default and be inefficient and have to use the other side of your keyboard from what your handedness permits and what games have been allowing fine for decades now. I can rebind controls on fucking Ghost Recon of the year 2000 and it works great. So when there are full games being released decades ago that got this right and this is a remaster that gets it wrong, that's pretty embarrassing and it's inexcusable. It's a goddamn remaster and these are essential user interface and performance issues that are just they're shitting the bed on them. So there's no hotkey and rebinding support. Box drag failing still happens. Drag selection delay still happens. It's as bad as ever. Interface completely replaced with modern UI. That's what I wanted. And these are the parts of that. Double clicks being swallowed. I'll have to check that. Middle mouse panning works. So they actually got this right, I think. The camera feels somewhat modern. It's hard to really tell when I can't even get my controls set up to actually play the game properly, but you know what I mean. It seems like it's alright. Can you split stacks, my fellow Romans? Of course, this is Rome Total War. This was back when you were still permitted freedom, where you could make your own decisions and you weren't on rails on the campaign map. So yeah, of course you can do stack splitting and building and have your own composition whenever you want, with or without a general. Soundtrack remaster, we've had it confirmed that the soundtrack has not been remastered. Visual remaster, that's a really subjective thing that we can assess. All I can really do is show the game. I don't care about the visuals as much as a lot of people, but I can acknowledge that it's a fucking remaster. I actually care more about the sound remaster than I do about the visuals. Like, the soundtrack, oh come on, that's what the word remaster comes from, get it fucking right. Pathfinding issues and AI. Did I have AI here? Did I miss that? Oh wait, AI completely overhauled. So we can look at that. Or we can try to. Quick battle. I like how it randomizes the factions in a little menu like that though. It's cool. I've always missed quick battles, it's convenient. 240
The day has
concurrent
dawned,
viewers.
grim and terrible. But how much more terrible to be facing Romans such as us? Even now, fear must weaken the bowels of our foes. Those men are the servants of Pharaoh. They think themselves our equals, but I think they are dead meat. and draw strength from this fact. The enemy are so loathed that no ally can be found to support them. This day will be a day long remembered, a day that men talk about 100 years hence, the clash of great men. This is the stuff of the old epics, and today we create our own myth. We will be heroes! They have been brought to the battlefield by mewling infants instead of leaders. They have a slight advantage in numbers, but our good spirits should counter that quite handily. They will, unless completely unthinking, try to use the woods to screen some of their troops. We will use our many missiles to rain death upon them. They will beg for an end to our deadly storm. The seer can offer no guidance for this day, so we must grasp our own fates and make what we will of them.
Oh man, they're really long.
Brave
Skip.
Units, on my orders!
Oh man, it's on arrow keys. It actually is on arrow keys. Fuck. Yep, that is fucking awful, Jesus. And there's delay when I'm pressing escape as well.
Cavalry, units!
Yeah, look, I need to play so fucking slowly, my god. Right, let's try groups. So group 1, cavalry, group 1. And someone said that when you make groups with orders, it doesn't save the order, so let's do ranged, melee, ranged, melee, ranged, melee, group 2, melee, 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 ranged, and then when I drag it and look at it, it's all melee on the left, all ranged on the right, even though so that I can confirm the way the groups work sucks. Looks like we have to do locked groups. And the camera is really slow, and I couldn't find a way to make the camera go faster. Is there a way to make the camera move faster? Because this doesn't feel like... Look at how slow this is. I put this all the way up usually. I usually max it out. So this is really slow. Everything about this is slow. So modern Total War games are fast, or at the very least they permit speed. And this is just really, really slow. Look at that, I always drag place when I make a group and I try and place it, I drag place. And it just puts it where the mouse releases. Just fucking hopeless, man. How am I to play this? It's like 5 or 6 frames or something from my mouse stopping moving and it permitting the placement that I have just dragged. It's really bad. I can't get used to that shit. That makes it kinda unplayable for me on its own. So I can't do keybinds and I can't play with the way that I want to play. I've got to slow myself down and that's just really unsatisfying. Really, really unsatisfying to do that. I mean, why would I build a good PC and get good and optimize my controls and everything and then just get bottlenecked by a game that isn't even going to make an effort to be remastered to permit actual good interfacing? It's just really disappointing. Really disappointing, man. And do we have... Right, so it's got the special abilities on the F buttons, but when I press F1 it brings this up for some reason. What the fuck? So it's F... Wait, is this F1? No way. Why is this on F2? What the fuck? And then fire at will is A. That is really strange. I need to do something about this. I can't even just... There's no way I can play this. What's this on? And I need to fix the unit sizes. Someone commented that. I'll fix that. So that would be under gameplay. It's weird how the same menu stays. Where's the close this? What the This is really strange. It feels really unfamiliar. Like clicking through these like they're tabs instead of menus. I'm so not used to that. It just feels strange. Camera movement, camera rotation, trails, fuck off. Yep, thanks Kay, I got it. Tooltips. Tactical map, they still call it a tactical map when there's nothing about it that's tactical. What the fuck? Remastered camera, because the classic one is terrible. Yep. Yeah, this is really important. They got this. They put in the middle mouse pan of. No, wait. This is for the side of the screen. Yeah, that's. I'll just leave that on there. And then unit scale. Where's the unit scale? What the? Where is the unit scale? There should be advanced settings here with unit scale under it. Someone tell me where it is. And then modern Total War, yeah, there we go. So now it's on WASD at least. I can sort of work with that. Fucking hell. Classic Total War was so bad. Modern Total War defaults. You can at least try and work through it. Advanced graphic settings. Oh, this? Oh my god. See what I mean about the menus? People have complained a lot about the menus, but yeah, I totally get it. Trying to get through these menus. Ultra. I would try Extreme, but apparently it's pointless that it's even there because it's broken. Yep, thanks everyone, I got it. And I've got everything on Ultra, and I've got a 2080 Super, so I should be pumping out frames. Alright, let's do quick battles. Goals for Britannia. Yes, I think I've got about another hour before I can just get this automatically refunded.
Is the enemy.
I can still get it refunded after the 2 hours if I decide to, but I think I would have to complain on the grounds that I can't even use custom keybinds to play it properly. Still is just too slow. Like, what is this? Come on. Oh, I've got to wait for the camera. Even when I zoom all the way down, it gets even fucking slower. Way too slow. Way too slow. And then... how do I zoom in? How do I do the zoom? What's the bind for...
Forrester Warband.
Did I not click confirm? When? Unit size didn't work. I've got it. Feel like 240. That's the unit size of a full unit, 241. Yeah, I did confirm it. It's fine.
Cavalry. Forresters. Swords, man. Swords.
F2. Do you people all actually use these hotkeys? Because they're so bad. Pressing F1, F2 for essential shit. Confirm the settings. What do you mean I didn't confirm it? Look, 240.
Move! Quickly!
I confirmed everything. Wait, camera settings? Oh my god, I need to go back to the main menu to do camera settings. Alright, well a lot of people are saying it, so that's where it is then, the camera settings, yeah. I got everything else. Fucking hell. Confirm. Alright. Got it. Thanks. Look up the run hotkey. Yeah, so something I wanted was an automatic run, because that's always what you want to do
Today is a good day to
during normal gameplay. Or that's much better. It's still slow, like... Shogun 2 and Fall of the Samurai, Troy, these games are faster.
Units.
So,
Units.
having a camera that's back to being much slower, you have to get used to it again, and you shouldn't really need to. You should be able to just... They should have an optimized camera speed and just have that for all games, including remasters. And also, someone commented, which I thought was interesting, and I've seen this confirmed, that this radius here, that's fixed. So when you put your units on a hill here, it doesn't project further to reflect what the actual range is. It's really... so that means that this is lying to you. So that's an example of the interface actually misleading you, which is the opposite of what it's supposed to do. So that's kind of silly as well.
Units, General. Warlords, cavalry.
And the camera, it doesn't feel smooth. Really doesn't feel smooth. It feels like they put a lot of effort into making the shitty old camera as polished as possible, but it's still just... it's probably frame locked as well, locked to the FPS, so that it's inconsistent. Like, see when your frame rate goes down, I bet you the camera middle mouse pan is inconsistent because it already feels kinda uneven, and that's really bad as well. You really want consistency when you're interfacing. Did you look if you could change keybinds on modern settings? Yeah, that's why I fucked around and changed the config, the layout, because it wasn't letting me, so I tried everything and then it got left at Classic Total War for some reason.
Units, make haste. Units, run. Chieftain, cavalry. Noble. Units, Axemen. Warlords, guard.
So you can add Thanks for the donation, Sean. You fucker. Yeah, so you can add units to groups, take them out, but I don't think that'll properly reflect the positioning in the unit. So I'm gonna make this into a group, then I'm gonna take the warlord out, and then I'm gonna put them back in.
Units, make haste!
It's just random. I don't actually know what it is that determines the placement here. Why does it do this order? Is it just random? Do you have to use locked groups to have an order in your formation? Because if you're going to try and do something like swords, axes, swords, and then you make the group, it's going to forget the order. So that makes groups only useful as a selection tool, not as actual placement, like the disposition. So it reduces the usefulness of groups by a lot. This is the thing, Shogun 2 did so much stuff right. All Shogun 2 needed was single unit groups, and now we have single unit groups, but we lose other things. It's like they get one thing right and then they get other shit wrong. They can never just get it all right. Alright, so I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna put my onagers up here on the hill, and then I'm gonna see if I can shoot out beyond the projected range, because that'll be interesting. It's so hard to use these shitty fucking controls, man. Oh my god. Get these groups, and there's the console. You can toggle that in the launcher. There's my ranged units. Let's have a look at units. Does anyone know what the bind is for cinematic camera? Does anyone know what it is? Because I remember I think it was C, but it's not working. Cannot be understated how much I love the title of this video. Run hotkey. That's R. Yeah, I know that. I remember that.
Units, double time!
So it's single click run, it looks like, which is good.
Units, run! Units, run!
And yeah, that's another thing that I was going to test for. The double click being swallowed. And I think that does happen in this. I really should have my microphone as close to my mouse as possible so you can hear all of my clicks and know exactly what I'm doing. Because every time I drag a box around a unit and it doesn't select it, it's really crap. So I just dragged and double clicked. But I didn't need to double click, so did that second click even do anything? So they're walking, and then when I do one click, they keep walking. And then if I double click, they run. So it seems like it works. The thing with double clicks being swallowed either is fixed or is rendered to no longer be a problem by how you have a single click run. Does no one know what the... Because C makes the camera dip down, B does nothing, and I'm on WASD for A. Someone said ABC. And I've got trails off. Did I put trails off? I think I did. I think I had them off. I'm gonna check. Nah, I can't check. I hate when games do this, when they don't let you see settings. Trails. Alright, so their trails are off. And then future arrows will not have trails. Thank fuck, doesn't that look way better? Holy shit. Delete key. Nah, delete key is... that follows the unit. I want the actual cinematic camera that removes the interface. So this kind of stuff, an actual cinematic camera, not a... What's the hide UI? That's what I mean, hide UI button. They're getting wrecked by archers. Press F1 to see your binds. No, F1 does this, it brings up the Steam overlay.
Your warlord has gone to his ancestors.
So when you attack,
his warriors still need his guiding hand, the fool.
Is it double click? It seems like it's single click. And then the onagers were not firing for some reason. Hang on, let's see if I can do this. Let's try and get a shot outside of the range. We can fire at these and it shows the green. But then we're firing now, I think. We're actually firing, even though they were outside of this preview. I should do that. I want to reproduce this because I saw someone doing this earlier. I want to get a map with a hill on it and have onagers firing down, or archers, and show how that user interface feature just doesn't work. It just doesn't work properly, because that was good when I saw that. What's the map with a hill? Oh, so they haven't made any new maps. I thought that was strange. You would think they would have some ideas in terms of maps that they would have went for, but it seems like they've just copy-pasted the maps over, so there's no new maps. That seems like an opportunity for a remaster if they're going to try and have some creative contributions to put maps, but it just doesn't look like there's any at all. Pontic Peaks, and then I'm gonna go Greeks and get slingers. Oh man, this would be funny. Imagine if the slingers still have the animation the wrong way around. You know, counter-clockwise versus clockwise, where it's backwards. Imagine that. And then onagers, and then some elephants, the Rhone slingers, infantry. K? Alright, K, yeah, K, I see it. Copy and paste, it's a remaster, bro. Yeah, people do this cringy thing where they say it's a remaster. This may be a good day to die! Not a remake, but every time we get a remaster, you see constant creative contributions, because remasters that are motivated by passion tend to have input from the remasterers, which are often the same people that made the first game. In the case of Homeworld Remastered, you had someone in a senior creative director position that joined the team that remastered Homeworld, and they did way more than just remaster the game. They also made Homeworld 1 and Homeworld 2 compatible in multiplayer. They did a lot of stuff. There was a lot of new things done, so to say it's a remaster, not a remake, it just flies in the face of every single good remaster ever made and makes you look pretty fucking silly, so you want to avoid that. And they also said that about, what was that game that was a shitty remaster? Dark Souls? Yeah, they said that was a remaster, not a remake too, in the lead up to release, and look at how that fucking turned out. So try to avoid saying that, it's really cringy.
Units, run!
It's just a thought terminating cliche, basically. Whenever you say that shit, it just avoids the actual issues. You're saying that they're not problems when they obviously are. Alright, it didn't quite work. Hang on. I haven't played the Command & Conquer remaster, but I did play the Homeworld one. That's the only one. Look at that. Alright, so they're outside of the displayed radius there. They're obviously outside that. This unit might be... Yep, see, look, the elephants they're able to be shot at, but it shows up as being outside of the range. And you would expect to see a situation where, as you go further down, this radius that's being displayed projects out further and further, so it should be a distorted circle. But instead, all this does is shows you a section of a pie that on a flat plane. It's just projecting a pie with a radius. So this isn't actually really UI here. It's like they've tried to simulate the actual feature, and it's just like it's like a shadow of the actual thing that they want, basically. Choose your own adventure. What the fuck is that? I'm ready to hear volunteer this game a new one. Well, I can't really play it yet. I can't really get my control set up. I can't really... I'd have to try some mods at this point, or if the mod didn't let me get proper keybinds, because there's locked keybinds and I'm stuck on WASD, so I would just refuse to play this because it would just be miserable and annoying. But if I was to actually try and get this working, I would have to go to the Steam Workshop and try to get mods working. If that failed, I would have to go into Notepads and, you know, I'd have to use Notepad++ to see if I can get the right lines of text sorted out. So I'm just, this is a refund for me. I'm just trying to cover this. How much time have I got? I've got about an hour, I think. Less than an hour. So I'm just trying to go over my checklist. Let's have a look at it. Auto run, this seems to be alright. Interface completely replaced with modern UI. It's really dubious. All performance issues fixed. So something I can look at is what the frames are like on the campaign map and in battle. Double clicks being swallowed. Yeah, that does happen, I think, but they've got single click now for most of the important stuff. Most important contexts are now one click, as they should be. Pathfinding, that's something we have to look at. Pathfinding issues, yeah, I need to look at that. You'll be able to customize the controls once the tutorial is completed. What the fuck? Why is it saying this? Skip the tutorial, what the fuck? Yeah. So it just unchecked it. So it tried to make me do the tutorial there.
I hate ghouls. My grandfather hated them too. Even before they put out his eyes. Did you think I'd be out here on the frontier without good reason?
Also, what was
Yes.
going on with the cutscenes?
Rome needs a strong frontier.
What were they doing?
No!
They announced that they
Rome
were
doesn't
gonna
need unwashed
redo some
barbarians
of
at
the
her
cutscenes
gates.
really late.
So, that's why
It's
I'm
really strange.
here, the leader of the Julii, to bring Roman order to stinking Gauls.
I don't really care about the cutscenes
Revenge?
compared to
That'd be good
being
too.
able to actually bind my keys.
This
as I
war
like.
against the Gauls won't last long. And when it's done, I've got plans. This is all about power. Power in Rome. Going down that road means dealing with all my rivals. The Senate, the Greeks, those Carthaginian elephant riders, the Scipii
Dead
and the
pixels
Brutii
on the cutscene,
families
Bobby.
too.
What?
After all, the man who controls Rome
Dead pixels.
rules the world.
Oh my god.
And one day, I will be emperor.
Multiplayer was a shit show today. Oh man, you've got to tell me about that crap. Yeah, the multiplayer, I don't have much hope for the multiplayer. They've already demonstrated that they don't care much by not continuing Avatar Conquest. And if they don't even care about basic remaster talking points, checkpoints, then why would they go above and beyond like Homeworld Remastered did with its multiplayer? Why would they do that? I would be really surprised if they actually put effort into multiplayer when just the basic remaster criteria are not really being met properly. Merchants? What? Who asked for this? That's an even more obvious example of just frippery. Frippery. Just needless. Who asked for merchants? Who cares about merchants? What is this? And that little X is so small. And the campaign map camera is super fast. So the battle map camera is slow and the campaign map camera is fast. And that's with both of them capped out. My camera is just shooting around. Oh my god, they're not separate. Oh my god. Camera movement speed, camera rotation speed. Oh, they fucked this up as well. So I can't have individual camera settings for campaign and battle. I've got to have a really slow battle camera, well, quite slow, and the price I pay for that not extremely tediously slow camera is that the campaign map camera just fucking whizzes around. What? Do they play this? Do they play it? Do they play their own games?
Sir!
Is that because I'm getting 140, 160, 200 frames at the moment and it's determined by FPS? Is that why this is happening? Is it because the battle map frame rate is a quarter of the campaign map frame rate, so the campaign map frame rate has 4 times as many frames and goes 4 times as fast? Like, what's going on? Like, what is this?
Sir! General!
Alright, let's do
march!
what we always do.
Urging armies. Engage the enemy! Besieging settlements, sir!
And we're just assaulting. Oh shit, wait, can I just lay siege for a second? Maintain siege. Right, let's look around.
Sir.
So I remember all this stuff on the right. I remember there being lots of stuff over here, but it's empty. What is that? What is that? $50 donation. Thanks. I think I just got a donation of $50. Thanks for the donation. Thank you. But I'm not sure. Like, where do I start here? What is all this? Recruitment, and that's press 5. Why does it say 5? 6? Oh wait. Alright, that's why. Have you tried huge battles yet? Nope, not yet. Could do that. These are really small icons. I recognise them because how could I forget Rome Total War building icons, but they are really small. if I was new to Rome Remastered and hadn't played the original Rome Total War, and I was met with these tiny icons, I would not know what the fuck is going on. And I'm playing on 1080p, and that's how I can get these good frames. I'm playing on 1080p, and the icons are still really small. This is my first time looking at the campaign map, by the way. It's my first time. $50 so you can keep the game, lol. Yeah, I might have to just say fuck it and not refund it then, if that's what that was for. So where is the family tree? Like, armies 2. Right, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4. It's interesting that they're going for hotkeys here. Like, they've actually bothered to do hotkeys, because I know for a fact that in Troy and 3K and those kinds of games, you're just doing everything on the mouse. There's so much mouse burden. So for them to actually try here and give people hotkeys, it's remarkable. But also the fact that you can't customize your hotkeys on and the options properly. You can't there's locked hotkeys for essential functions. There's newly locked functions that were not locked in base Rome Total War. That is just, it seems like a really muddled, to quote Good Will Hunting, fucking muddled composition.
Orders!
I think that's where it's from. Map just looks like a mobile game. Does anyone know how to fix the crashing issue? Oh yeah. This is the interesting thing. See, when you look at Steam, when you look at the store page for this, I think it was like 60 or 60% or something. So it's up at 64% positive, which is really low. Like, see these people that have bought the game at this point, a high proportion of this is the fanboys that pre-ordered this shit. So a lot of these people have pre-ordered and they're getting mixed reviews from the pre-orderers. So this is gonna go down, unless of course the patching can deal with whatever fucking issues are causing this. And let's look at this. So let's look for negative reviews. Pathfinding for Walls and Sieges is absolute rubbish. To modify the map interface is a bad idea. The unit handling is pretty horrible, especially when forming lines. Yeah, that is just... See, once I get my controls set up, finally, when they patch it so that fully customizable hotkeys are finally in the game, that's when the new layer of bullshit comes to the surface, which is the actual mechanics of interfacing. Like the way the systems, like the grouping and the placement, all really comes through, and then that starts to be the problem. I already showed some of it already. You need a mod to unlock all the hotkey options. Yeah, no, I think the guy that made that mod is on my Discord. I think I talk to him sometimes. I might try it. For now though, I'm not going to be fucking around with mods. Well, that's just ridiculous. The game hasn't even been out 12 hours. I'm just going to play this and assess it on its merits without people that have come along within a few hours to fix the bullshit. Very poor graphics. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I was seeing. So this guy's complaining that he's on Windows 10 64-bit and it's requiring an update of him. There's a lot of this, and I think that might be a part of why it's getting mixed reviews. That might be part of it, because that's surprising. Like, see, when you've got people pre-ordering that are fanboys, you expect that to be up in the 90s. I think that's how it usually goes. So to see 64%, that's people that are really pissed off. Alright, let's get into battles and look at the pathfinding, because that's a big issue. These are the things that you have to do with a remaster. You have to address all of the gripes that have been around since the start. Everyone that's complaining about Rome Total War Pathfinder and Cities being bad, they're right, it's terrible, it's so fucking annoying.
Those men yonder are not to be...
It ruins battles, and if you're going to make a remaster, you have to be prepared to address that shit. Otherwise, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's the checklist, that's the priority. Pathfinding, AI, interface and performance. We can look at frames. I've got my frame rate counter on this whole time. If it takes more than a month to get the game to a working state, then congrats to loyal customers. You get to pay full price if you've waited for patches to be effective. Yeah, also, this costed, what, $2 or $3 for ages during sales? And its base price was like $15. I'm talking about the original Rome. So you used to be paying, at most, like, no, not $15, it was like $10 or $8, something like that. That was the retail price on Steam for years. And then there would be sale discounts on top of it. So we've gone from a base price of like $7 or $8 discounted down to $2 or $3 during sales, all the way up to $30 fucking to get any access to the Rome Total War experience whatsoever. What the fuck? Yeah, so I'm trying to think of how to explain how I feel at the moment. See, when I'm playing a game like this and it's encumbering me like that, it demotivates the fuck out of me to keep playing it. So every time I load into battle in this game, I'm anticipating the lack of proper rebinds. I'm anticipating the shitty feeling of the game, just like the feeling of the game, it's really important. I'm getting good frames, so it can't be that. There's something wrong with the game. It actually kind of feels worse. I could probably count the frames between my mouse starting the drag and it actually permitting the placement. And it might be worse, it just feels really bad, really, really bad. Right, let's see if we can get some pathfinding being shown. I'd much rather be on my actual controls to do this shit. Battle map looks ridiculously bright / vibrant. UI looks cheap. I like single unit groups, that's so important. See if they didn't have that, oh my god, I would be so annoyed. But that's the only improvement over Shogun 2 from 10 years ago, is the fact that we have single unit groups in what might actually be a good game, because it's Rome Total War. Like, it could have been a good game, we could have had a properly remastered Rome 1 with single unit groups, and then we would have a good Total War game alongside Shogun 2, but it would have single unit groups, but it's just got so many problems, it seems like. And let's try this. I remember how bad this was. So it shows it up as green or red. Why does it show it as red? Alright, so it's red, and then I let go. And it works! What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Alright, so what's going on here? What's it doing? It's trying to run inside it. So I dragged to go there. Or now it's doing it. It's just really strange how this shit works. Like, why is it showing red there? What's the difference between green and red? Does red mean it's up against something and it's not allowing it to stretch anymore? Also, having to hold down a button to get the melee option, I don't like that shit either. try to listen to the battle audio if you don't mind. Yep, of course. Always good. We can do that in a minute. Why do you keep saying this is a remaster and not a remake? Oh my god, are people doing that? That is a meme. That is a fucking meme. Alright, let's listen to the noise of the throw-in impact. Same as in Rome Total War 1. The noise of the javelins hitting them is different. Why does that guy have armor? The sounds are different sometimes. The throw is the same, but the sound on impact is different. And this is Triarii here. Let's try this. Let's get some Hastati and find the leader. Guy in charge. Now he's in the middle. What the fuck? Let's find him. What the hell is he? It sounds like he's over here on the ground. What is going on here? Alright, we might need the Triarii for this. Let's find the general then, do it. And my Triarii are losing. We are charged on them.
General! Stop!
Where is he? Alright, I can rally to find him. Let's wait for it.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave.
Is this
but
how
in
it used to
battle,
work?
It's beyond belief.
Is this the same as in Rome 1?
General!
Great gods be praised.
There's a guy in the middle of the
The
unit,
enemy
a
general
random
is
guy.
killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
Alright, I need to get one of the units that have officers and try this. Let's try it. Fuck it. No, wait, I'm gonna just win. Gonna win this and then save it and then we can try it. And fast forward. Let's try that stuff. Just got the win. It's just peasants. Alright, so yeah, I want to, that actually made me curious because that's something I've looked at recently. When you have a unit that has an officer or a standard bearer and you issue orders, it's really good how that stuff worked in Rome Total War.
Victory!
It's never been that good. Gained 50 denarii. Getting achievements for fucking around. Alright, let's try this. Let's look at all the Roman infantry. Because you might have noticed that when I'm doing my critiques I tend to focus on stuff like Testudo in Rome 2 and of course Rome Total War, so I want to look at that. That's something I should look at. I should look at the Testudo. So we're gonna go... Oh yeah, right, so let's look at Roman infantry against Greek hoplites and Spartans. That's something we should definitely do. So let's pick Greek Shore, Summer, Sunset. Let's try and make it cinematic and go with Roman against Greeks. I'll give myself some of everything. Hastati, Triarii, Principes, Early Legionaries, Gladiators, Urbans. I like these units that have 240 men in them. Pigs, we can try incendiary pigs against elephants. Let's get some of all this. And then on the other side, gonna go with... Oh, that's something else I need to do. I need to look at the slinger animation to see if they've fixed it, because I I tipped them off about how Rome Total War slingers have the rotation opposite to how slingers actually throw objects with slings. So let's see if they paid attention to that, or if they just didn't notice it. Spartan hoplites, like, they don't look red. Like, see these unit cards? Like, where are the armoured hoplites? Or there they are. And there's also that option to have... What the fuck? I can't duplicate units by double clicking them when they're down there. And then standard hoplites. Alright, let's go. Yeah, there's an option to have the old style of units. Why do slingers have 6,400 ammo? Well, that would be 6,400 divided by 160, so that would be 40
Over
shots
there
each.
stands the Greek army. They make a fine show and are worthy enemies. They stand alone. No friend has come to this place to die for them. Does this not say something?
Let's take a look at these. Let's just, why is it raining? I didn't pick rain. What the fuck? I picked sunset with no weather. What the fuck?
Cohort.
Alright, let's see this.
Halt!
I fucking knew it. I knew it. Oh my god. I knew it. I knew it.
Halt! Stop! Stop! Halt! Stop! Stop!
The voice comes from a random place in the ground beside the unit. I'm joking about in the ground, but it's just right in the middle of the unit.
Stop!
There's just an invisible speaker over here.
Stop!
In Rome Total War, the actual Rome Total War, I am so sure because I did this a week ago or something.
Forward!
The voice comes from
Halt! Astarte!
the leader,
Astarte!
the most senior officer.
Halt!
I picked random. What the fuck, did I?
Stop!
Didn't do it deliberately then.
Stop!
Legionary first cohort.
Alright, let's try Testudo. So
First cohort!
this one has 240 guys.
Form Testudo!
And the way they form up seems to be the same. I've already seen something about this before, and it looked like it was mostly preserved, mostly the same. Is there a key to zoom?
Cohort!
Right, there's the cinematic, the no UI toggle. Is there a key to zoom the camera now? How do you zoom in? And then the noise of the shields coming up. Let's go. Let's go. Why did they make it so quiet?
Waiting for order!
Why have they made the
First
shields
cohort.
so quiet?
Quickly!
Why is this so quiet as well? Usually the whole unit confirms the order, like they all shout in unison to acknowledge it, and then they start moving together.
Move! Move! Hurry!
This is the same, like the way they reposition and get ready to move, so they turn the same way they used to turn.
Astarte! Legionary first cohort!
So let's see if we can use it to push through, like see if the mass and the movement and the pushing is the same, because that's something Rome Total War just did better than every other Total War game pretty much.
Legionary first cohort!
Being able to just have a high density of men pushing through a lower density. This is the most petty shit I have ever seen. Well, it's a remaster, so I have to assess it on the details. That's the whole point. We already know what the non-petty stuff is because the game came out nearly 2 decades ago. Happy to explain to you how the process of critiquing a remaster goes. It'll be the same for the next remaster. It'll be petty again, don't worry.
First cohort!
Alright, they broke out because they went in guard mode.
Astarte!
Let's do it again.
First cohort. Form Testudo.
Guard modes. And then push them through again. Let's see if the Pilatos in charge Sling. Oh my god, what is that? Is that a slingshot? That is not a sling. Oh my god, they did the thing of mixing up a sling and a slingshot. That means they definitely didn't fix the rotation. They definitely didn't fix it. No way did they not know what a sling is and manage to fix the sling. Alright, let's look at this. Come on, get my sling unit. Where's all the slings? Slow camera. Alright, let's have a look. Slow motion? Is there slow motion? Oh, they fixed it! They fixed it! So they fixed the pouch rotation direction, but... Hang on. It looks weird though, my god, it looks weird. It seems to glitch out up here. The animation's really janky. Is that because it's in slow motion and it's fucking with it? Oh my god, it looks way worse. It looks way worse. Holy shit, the fucking slingers look terrible. It looks like they've got a towel sling. Like they've just got a brick and a towel and they're just fucking rotating it. And then, yeah, so they fixed the direction of rotation, but then they put a picture of a slingshot on a unit of slings, which is just embarrassing. It has nothing to do with slings, not remotely similar. The only thing they have in common is the word sling, but it describes different things. Yeah, it's really...
Legionary cohort. Urban cohort.
It's like they're just trying to piss me off and offend me, you know? And now the guard-loaded unit can push through, so we're gonna go through this one, see how the pushing works. Did we take these casualties before we went in? Yeah, we did. Alright. Looks better than anything from Warhammer 2. Lol. Try zooming with N. Nah, yeah, that's the old keybind that I thought to try and it didn't work. Yeah. So you can't zoom with the camera. You can't do the camera zoom. Which is strange because with a remaster, the main thing that you do with a remaster is visual overhaul. That's what everyone expects. Like, old game becomes modern, so what do? You touch up the graphics a lot. And how do you show that off? By giving the player a lot of cinematic stuff that is just for show. Like, Homeworld Remastered was a really visually spectacular game, and they put it in your face all the time. And they had to do that because Homeworld was known to be a really beautiful game. But in this game, if you can't even do a camera zoom, it's really strange, it's really suspicious. Are we gonna push? Come on, just ran through. Let's see if we can ran through it. This is a consequence of the mass system, so let's see if it works. It's like putting a crossbow icon on Longbowman. Yeah, it really is. It is. And this unit is not moving. Oh, now it's going. Took a while. And the unit routed, shit, so we don't get to try a ramming through thing. Right, try this one. Let's see if I can do queued up orders and then I can fast forward it. Come on. Can I not queue up orders? What the fuck? How do you do waypoints? How do you do that? I thought it was shift. It's not working though. Right, let's get away, get out. Someone tell me the bind for waypoints. I'm just curious. Do they have waypoints in this? Did they implement that? Control? I'm trying to remember. Shift? Oh, this shit. What the fuck? I figured it out. So does that work when you have this? How is it going to handle that? How is Testudo going to deal with that drag shit? Path? Drawing a path? Let's have a look at this. Alright, so... I want to fight this again and try that. Restart battle. I'm curious now. I'm just actually curious how this is going to work. It is shift, but it doesn't tell you. Rome 1 had the best battle engine in the entire series. Yeah, in a lot of ways, it was just superior.
Let us offer prayers to the...
Now let's try this shit. Testudo, guard mode, and then I'm going to draw a circle around and see what they do. If this works really seamlessly, that'll be cool, but this is really... Oh man, so it's going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stops and turns. Stuck there. Why are they not firing at will? What the fuck? They don't fire at will. And yeah, they have to stop and rotate. Yeah, kinda expected that.
Your general now lies dead because of his foolishness. His men will lose heart.
It's really hard to issue orders after using this camera because it's so... It's just not smooth at all. Like, you have to really get used to this. Yeah, they'll just keep doing that forever. Did you test Remaster's diplomacy? Yeah, that's something I could try next. I could go back to the campaign and look at the diplomacy. Because Three Kingdoms got that right. Three Kingdoms did sensible diplomacy. It got a lot of other shit wrong to pay for it, but at least Three Kingdoms had that right. So, let's take a look. So Total War games from this point forwards should always have sensible diplomacy, and Rome Total War should be included in that, in this remaster. Is it a disaster or not? Well, I can't even customize my controls to play it properly. I'm sitting on really shitty binds at the moment that I'm not used to, that I can't even get off because we have locked binds for essential functions. So it's impossible for me to get a comfortable control configuration in this remaster in 2021. So yeah, that sums it up. I would refund this if it wasn't for the fact that I'm doing this kind of coverage with it. Right, diplomacy, where the fuck? Senate. Still got all the ranking stuff. Financial breakdown. The more you demand someone, you get all their city and insane money. Even with the reduced amount if you already own the original? Well, what are you expecting when you pay that money for this? Because you're either going to be disappointed or you're not. It depends what you want. Depends what your standards are. There's a lot of games that you can buy for that are new games. So they're new games that aren't ever going to need to be remastered. So what you're buying here is basically just a new coat of paint on a 17-year-old game, and it looks like it's pretty cheap paint. And you shouldn't really be surprised about that because this is the prize jewels of an entire classic real-time strategy franchise, and it has been just handed off to a third party to handle. They haven't even done it themselves. So your expectations on that basis, before you even examine it, should already be low. There's a reason that isn't usually done. There's a reason that remasters are usually handled by the original developers, and that we don't just have studios selling their IPs for remasters left, right and centre. There's a reason for that. There's a reason you don't see that happen very much at all.
Aye, Captain.
So diplomacy, where the fuck? I don't even know where the diplomacy is. Like I have no idea where it is. I can't make this menu go away except for clicking this or clicking escape. Where the fuck is the diplomacy? Factions. I like how they've got agents in the sense of merchants, but they don't have diplomats. So they acknowledge. No wait, they do have. So I need to use right, I need to use diplomats. I was gonna say that it would be strange if they didn't have diplomats, but they did have merchants, because that's the direction they took. They decided that diplomats were bad, but they haven't stuck to it because we've got diplomats again. And also, we have merchants now too, so it's really back and forwards. Where's my diplomat?
Can I be of service?
Alright, try this.
I will address them at once.
Too far away.
Greetings.
Alright, counter offer. It looks the same. Like what is new? What was I meant to be looking for? Because it looks like it's the same. I don't really see anything. I see a new interface screen, of course, but there's just nothing really new here. Trade embargoes, yep, that's something Rome had that's still here. Yeah,
Until
see
next
the
time.
diplomacy? If it's improved, it would have to be the AI, the campaign AI, and that would be it. Because I don't see any new options. I don't see. Maybe the way they make decisions. So if I request regions and offer regions, they might make more rational decisions. Because this was a problem that these old Total War games had. They would just refuse to give up shitty little provinces that you would be willing to offer a lot for. They would make really crap decisions. Ask for compensation. Yeah, right. So I'll offer a town. This one, and I'll request something in return.
You do not fool us.
So I just offered the Gauls this town, and they don't want it. And I'm not
Can I be of service?
at war with them yet. They no longer hide the reputation of your faction from you. Trade embargoes were a thing. Yeah, you could ask other factions to stop trading with other factions. And sometimes in Medieval 2 you would get the Pope asking you to do that. Does the AI still break alliances? You'd have to get into a campaign to determine that.
At once.
Alright, let's Control A. Where's the fucking units?
General, sir!
Yep, so the Gauls are coming. So I've got to meet them.
General!
Recruitment. The unit cards are really unintuitive. See something like Hastati, you look at that portrait and you remember it and it's nostalgic, but this, it just looks... It's kind of strange. He has a pose like he's on a horse as well. It's strange. Like, I think I heard a lot about nostalgia, so this is what the people that say it's a remaster, not a remake, are always going on about. They say that you can't ask them to have new features because they're trying to preserve the nostalgia, but then you have these unit cards that are just unrecognisable. This does not make me think Hastati. And Hastati and their unit cards were iconic. Everyone immediately recognises Hastati, so... But you can queue up units now. Remember, that was annoying, having to put units one at a time. I think they might have patched that at some point, but yeah, that used to be really annoying back in the day.
Sir!
Alright, and turn. I want things to test, so I want to be able to make observations and test things that you're curious about. Because I'm not really curious about anything at this point. I'm still just annoyed that I can't even do custom controls, so I can't really play the game in that way I want to and see how an actual efforted fight works, because I'm not in the position to actually play the game properly and make good fights happen.
Prepare for battle!
And I might never be,
Victory!
hence
Prepare for battle!
Logotorix. Compensation option, if they didn't remove it. Original UI unit cards should have been a toggle. And I don't like this either. See this thing that you have where
The seer has been consulted!
everything is just
Await my
an option you
orders!
can toggle on and off. What's the point in putting effort into features that you're just inviting people to turn off? Put the effort into things that are actual problems that no one is ever going to want to turn off. Like the fact that I can't set up custom binds and the gameplay is still sluggish as fuck. What's the point in all of these things that we can just toggle when we have these problems? Never understand it.
Units! Hurry! Hurry!
It's like a really safe approach to... They're so scared to do something in case people don't like it
Units!
that they're willing to give you a button to turn off,
Signal line!
so they can immediately just
Units! Units!
end all criticism, all dissent with, you can just turn that off.
General! Units! Form up!
The worst thing is the UI for me. Yeah, of course, I'm stuck. I'm still stuck struggling with the UI, and it's a remaster. So I'm struggling more with the remaster now than I am in the original Rome, so it's completely failed on that basis. Hastati, Velites, Triarii. Let's try this again. Let's look at this again.
Units!
Hastati,
Hurry!
Triarii. Hastati, Triarii, Hastati.
Units! Form up!
No, just fucked.
Disperse! Archers!
Let's see if I can force it. So anything I can do here? It's still putting the Triarii right on the fucking end. That is the Triarii there. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about these groups. Yeah, you have to just click units individually when you're actually positioning them like that. So you have to arrange groups by kind. So you have to have one group of Hastati, then you have to have one group for spears, and then a group for skirmishers. So that's just how you've got to do it. That's what it looks like to me. There's no other way around it. And then spears, ready for flanks. Let's see if we can get some good charges, because we've got warbands, skirmishers. Yeah, we have to push on them. Worst thing is the fucking pathfinder for skirmishers. Yeah, that was annoying. I'm gonna try skirmish mode. So let's put the infantry behind, have the skirmishers in front. And I remember seeing something here. Battle defaults as run, skirmish. Groups are unlocked by default. You really don't want to have locked groups by default. You really don't. But if it seems like if you're going to be using groups as for combat and not movement, then you have to do that. I had skirmish on there and it looked like they were going to get wrecked, so I intervened. Did they even charge? It looks like they didn't even charge there. And Mahastati have caught them. Archers are routing. Let's get cavalry in. And this shit with having to ult to be in melee, I don't like that. I really want there to be a bind for that. Skirmisher warbands. And not having a select all is annoying as well, because if you want to see where all units are, you can just click select all, and then it will highlight everything, but instead I've got to drag, and even the drag is bad, because I can't do it quickly, I've got to slow down for it. So yeah, the interface is just... I don't know if I would even say it's better than Rome Total Wars, which was already bad, but I'm really disappointed by the interface, and that's one of the most important things, or was. Why not use a remapping program and set up a macros for the Total War Remastered? Well, if I was going to play the game, I would have to fix this, and that might be what it takes, but if I was just a regular player, I would just refund the game instead. It's ridiculous. Because if you're trying to make an estimation of what the game's actually like, and if it's failing at the first hurdle, and you can't even have custom controls, then yeah, it's not looking good. And especially when you have timed refunds, people are not going to stick around. They're going to lose people. There's already posts on Reddit from lefties that are complaining about this stuff, so it's just inexcusable. And yeah, I'm going to complain about it as an actual lefty, and not just a lefty, but someone that really wants to have every key manually configured and optimized. It's just not good enough in 2021. It would be bad enough if this was a full release, but this is a remaster where they've already made the game and they're supposed to be doing touching up, and they're getting this basic shit wrong, so it's just... How am I supposed to not feel really dejected and not even want to play the game anymore? You can use the old hotkeys, I think, yeah, of course. But they suck. They're not ergonomic, they're not efficient. Players that are ambitious with their gameplay always use custom keybinds and absolutely despise locked binds. And where's the units that are left? Holy shit, something came back. Warlord, right, we're gonna have to just charge him then. Triarii at least. Velites. No, but you can have custom controls. Did you not watch your own stream? How can I watch my own stream while my stream's still going? And no, I was talking about locked binds, like you're not paying attention. There are essential functions that you can't remap. Just ask and I'll explain what you're not getting. Don't try and pretend that I'm missing basic shit, come on. You're running close into our map for refunds? Yep. Is there anything I've missed? Because I think I've covered pretty much... I'm gonna have a look. Double clicks being swallowed, well that's not really an issue. So the bold stuff is the stuff that's fine, and the underlying stuff is the stuff that's fucked that they have to fix. I'm not really impressed by the visuals. Performance is alright. I'm getting decent frames, but there's new problems that I've noticed. The camera being really slow on the battle map and not having its own separate slider. That is just inexcusable. That's really bad. It's like the camera right now is quite slow on the battle map and it has a weird feeling to it, and then on the campaign map it's way too fast. Like we need to have separate sliders for this stuff. Modern Total War games have separate sliders. Why don't we have it here? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's a remaster, come on, where's this stuff? AI, well, all the units were responsive, they were attacking me, pathfinding issues. That's something I need to do, so I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do a siege battle and I'm going to be defending. No, I'm going to attack and I'm going to try and path my way through a city, and that's how we're going to close the stream out.
Disengage!
I don't know if I'm going to ask for a refund. Look at this camera, look, like I'm down on Italy, and then if I zoom out, it's still really fast. It's really fast. Yep, so we're going to fight a battle in Rome. No. Yeah, Rome. Where's Rome? Siege battle. Very hard. Alright. Calm weather. Sunset. And the epic stone wall, I saw that there. And then we're gonna get siege engines, we're gonna get a lot of infantry. And some cavalry to path through the city as well. That's how you stress test pathfinding in a city. Fucking cavalry. Gonna get rams, siege towers, urban cohorts, and then the cohorts with 242 men. I'm so sure that I'm remembering right, and that in Rome Total War, orders that were issued by the leader of the unit to the whole unit came from a guy that was on the end of the unit and was standing next to the standard bearer, like he was the officer. So that's why you've got 162, 161, 242. Like these ones and twos are the officers, and they're meant to be the source of the voice. So for that to be gone is strange. Like, what is going on? I don't get that. And then we're gonna do, where's the... So we've got defending army, and we'll be able to see their cavalry moving around. What the fuck? Where's the money? What the fuck? Where's the money setting? This is really strange. Is it this? Nope. Oh, and there's this as well. Classic. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck around with the remastered rebalancing. I've not heard good things about it. Upper left? Oh my god. Look at where this stuff is. Why is it up there? What the fuck? Look, there it says Custom Battle Rome and then there's money up here. What the fuck? Just... I don't get that at all. All the places that I would expect... Of all the places to expect it to be, right at the top left, in line with the... Oh my god, it's like they're trying to hide shit. Alright, let's try this. I've heard there's a lot of that though, like see once you start getting into the campaign and looking through the menus. Ugh. And this is really basic shit. For a remaster, this is essential shit to get right. Essential.
There stand the Greeks, ready to fight or die.
Is this too dark?
Await my orders!
Oh man. So we've got a setting sun lighting up the front walls, and then a shadow is cast over the entire city. Alright, we'll work with it, we'll see how we do. So we're gonna go up the walls, all over. And then I'm going to get my infantry groups ready. Group 1. And these are the ram units, so that's group 2, and then... Oh shit, too many rams for the moment. Drop the rams, Triarii, take the gate, and then... Why is it unselecting? I'm holding the... Whoa, whoa, what the fuck? Oh my god! If you hold down control and middle mouse, it does this zoom thing. That's where it went. That's where it went. I was looking for it. What the fuck? Oh man, classic controls are weird. Jesus. There's my cavalry. Alright, that's group 1. And then attacking infantry is group 2. All this in group 2. Get ready. So we're gonna go through the gate, up the towers, and see how it goes. And this is something I noticed as well. It's a weird fiery splash. And they might burn down the gate. That's something that, I mean the ram, yeah, there we go. Called it. So we have to just bring all the rams over. And get ready with these. And they've got peasants on the walls.
Our siege towers have
Slingers.
reached the walls.
And there's
now
that
there will be hard fighting to break the defenses.
goddamn slingshot icon. Fucking hell, every time I see that, it's gonna annoy me. The fuck? Come on. What the hell are they thinking? Attacking infantry, come on. Yeah, making groups is finicky as fuck. Adding units to groups is unresponsive.
Our siege towers have reached the walls. Now there will be hard fighting
See if
to
I can
break
do
the
this.
defenses.
Nah, I can't do an actual modern Total War camera zoom. It doesn't let you do it. Scorpions could have been firing this whole time. I thought I brought onagers as well. But these are scorpions and not ballistas, so they can't attack gates, battlements. Can't do it. So I might be able to fire shots through an open gate and use them like that. But siege engines can't get inside towns, so they might be useless for this, completely useless. There's something off about the soldiers on the map, they just don't feel like they mesh well, not sure what it is. Is that max settings? Yep, I've got everything maxed out. I'm getting good frames. Well, I wouldn't say good frames, I'm getting acceptable frames. There's the graphics. Yeah, everything's pretty much capped out. Everything's capped. Ultron everything. Yep, and this is a 2080 Super overclocked, which is why I'm pulling. Part of why I'm pulling such good frames. The frame rate is a bit better than how Rome Total War was, but it's still not good. And it seems like no matter how high my frame rate gets, I'm always going to have all of these interface latency issues like Dragon. Yeah. I don't think more frames is going to help at all with that. So you're stuck basically playing the game as if the frame rate was really low in terms of how responsive it is. Look at that pathfinding. It's showing where it's going to go.
We're being attacked!
Am I getting destroyed up on the walls? Hill tests. I'll try and zoom in. I wish there was just a zoom button, a proper zoom button. Really strange that they don't have that. The only thing I can really say positively about the remaster is that it wasn't as bad as Troy. Well, Troy was an actual game. Look at these rams getting absolutely wrecked. Every single ram has been burned. I would have had to have brought 10 rams and pushed them all up at once. We haven't even had oil on them yet. They would have all burned. That's really... And then like you have to use siege towers, so I'm gonna just load them up. How do you do this shit again? We're surrounded. We're getting wrecked here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to capture the gate, rush everything through it. Yeah, we're capturing the gate, pushing through, and then we can see what cavalry looks like in towns. It seems like the AI is messing about, fucking around. They didn't have much, I didn't give them much. I think we've killed most of them. No, we've killed about a quarter. We've lost a third to kill a quarter. Not in yet. Are my units pushing up? Are they going through the towers? Really have to make a push for the gate. So we have to kill these peasants. Wait, is that an onager in there? What the fuck? They have onagers, but I don't. So we kill this, run onto the gatehouse, push everything through, and then we can try and carve a path through all this shit. Might have to send infantry in first. We've got...
Our soldiers have captured the walls!
Yeah,
now is the time to press on and capture this place!
Got infantry over here, so I can push left and then run through the city. And the towers are shitting on my cavalry. I'm gonna just go for it. Let's go. Got a bodyguard here. I could run all the way along, capturing these towers. Gonna do that. Let's see if it shows the pathfinding preview. Yeah, it does. So the walls have a pathfinding preview. Cool. And I'm in now, I should be in. Onagers, bodyguards, militia cavalry. Got to just get stuff off the walls and make an opportunity, a gap for this cavalry. Get all this down. Doesn't help that it's so dark in here. They're still fighting. Yeah, you see all of this. See all these paths that are being drawn, where they go in circles and make loops and stuff, or where they just flood through and then have to do a 180 a little bit and then run 90 degrees. That's fucked up pathfinding there. Like, this is just a clusterfuck at the moment. They're blobbing hard into me there though. I need to get infantry in that. See if I can preview paths with everything. I don't have a select all keybind. I'm saving some of my cavalry. They're burning themselves with their own oil. Have I played Divide Imperial on Roll 2? Nah, fuck Rome 2. Fuck Rome 2. Gotta get these Praetorians in. Well, it's working, we have some cavalry left, like half a unit. So... we're gonna come in and chase. Let's see how we do. Where's this full unit? It's stuck up here. My god. We're packing so hard into that. Yeah, I picked Sunset because I thought I might be able to show some nice cinematics. Like, the sun looks pretty cool, the shadows of the trees stretched along the ground. All of that stuff looks like it could be nice. And then the shadow cast on the ground here, because it's in a depression. Like, this stuff could be alright, but then you get to the city and everything is just really, it's really dark and hard to see anything. Like, would it actually be as dark as this? Do we have torches? Look, where are all those torches that the Legionnaires were carrying in that other battle? And we're stringing out, we're stretching out a lot. I remember Three Kingdoms had really bad pathfinding. Like, that was one of the most obviously bad things from the start for me. Pathfinding in cities was terrible. You see, once you get to these plazas, oh man, we need to do that. We need to get cavalry into plazas, because they go on these missions and zigzag in the most ludicrous, contorted ways, and it just is, oh my god. It's one of the worst things about even modern Total War games, but back with Rome, oh that sucked. Never been able to get a charge in Medieval 2 because you're in a plaza, and even though you have a big long run up to the enemy, like see if we had a cavalry unit here, I would probably say there's like a 1 in 10 chance I would actually be able to fire off a charge into these units and get a good fight, like 1 in 10. See, when you're in these plazas, you better have heavy infantry and be able to just slug it out. It's so painful and annoying. And of course you're playing on higher difficulties, so you're going to have really bad trades and those fair melees that you're forced into by the shit pathfinding. Really annoying. Really annoying. We're spazzing out quite hard at the moment. Like, see this stuff when they go in circles? It's really annoying to see. This shit should not be happening in a remaster. See it from their point of view. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Hidol. I mean, you've got these white surfaces that are just not casting any light anywhere. There's just immense contrast that you wouldn't have. Yeah, it's true. That's what I was thinking. I didn't quite say it, but yeah, I was just surprised that it's so dark. My pupils are contracting because of this and dilating because of this, and it's like, fucking hell. Am I going to make it to the plaza? Let's have a look. Do I have any cavalry? I think I'll let my cavalry get murdered by the towers, and then in the blob down there. I think my cavalry just get blobbed and died. Had 3 units though, we should have got our charges off, but nope. And my Scorpions were not firing it well that whole time. Let's have a look at Scorpions, see if they'll fire anything. Scorpions were cool. Holy shit, what are they firing at? Are they trying to hit guys on the wall? It's really quiet though, it's really quiet. Oh my god, that again? I've commented on quietness already, but it's so quiet. I've got the music turned down. Effects are at 100%, music is down at 20%, let's go 20%, alright there we go. 20%, and... Alright, let's listen for the Scorpion shots, right in the middle. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Fucking hell, you can barely hear it. It's just like the guns in Warhammer. Look, the sound. Also, when you would have, like, I'm gonna do it right now. Fuck this, I'm done. Alright, we're gonna do this in Rome Total War. I'm gonna show you Rome Total War right now. Let's show you how it's done. Here's a real remaster. I remastered this game myself by reverting to version 1.5, because 1.51 is fucked, and by making custom controls. So I'm gonna show you what a fucking remaster looks like. Right, we're gonna go with Rome. Let's try and match it. Sunset. Let's try and match it as much as we can. Very hard. Rome against, what was I fighting against? Alright, we're gonna go Rome against Greece, gonna get Hastati, yep, there they are, there's Hastati, there's Triaria, there's Principes, there's Praetorians, Urbans, Early Legionaries. I need money, I need money. Oh, there's the money, yeah, okay, yeah. And we're going to get rid of some of the Hastati, just some cavalry, Roman and legionaries, and then that's too much. No, come on. What was I fighting against? The Greeks? I saw armoured bodyguards, I think. Alright. Oh wait, I need to be the defender. No, I need to be the attacker. Alright, so... Perfect! Let's fucking go. Alright, watch this.
Units! On my orders!
Back to the shitey camera. We're doing sunset, so where's the sun? No sun. So this is the sunset in Rome Total War. Alright, let's do what I came here for. Yep, so these are the things I complained about that they actually fixed. They fixed double clicking to go straight to the unit.
Urban cohort! Urban cohort!
Wait a minute. Why has that not worked for me in the past?
Urban cohort! Urban cohort!
Wait a minute. Hang on a second.
Triarii!
Is it coming from the middle of the unit?
Triarii!
Hang on.
Triarii! Halt! Stop!
Oh, that's what I was remembering. When you tell the unit to stop, they actually signal it, and they don't in the remaster.
Stop!
Yeah, I knew there was something. I knew there was something that was wrong there. I knew I was remembering something.
Triarii! Halt! Halt!
So there's still a voice that comes from the middle of the unit, but when you do it, it gets signalled by the leading officer. So he signals it, and then it gets shouted from the middle of the unit somewhere.
Halt!
Some random guy.
Stop! Triarii!
Yeah. Alright, well, that's it. That's what I wanted to look at. And until they fix the custom keybinds, I think I'm done with this remaster already. They really need to do that, otherwise I'm just never going to play it. I can't be bothered fucking around with custom keybinds, finally getting it to work, when they should have already done that with the remaster in the first place. That was their job. So I'm done with the remaster already. I'm not going to refund it. I'm going to just wait. I think I'm over the time limit anyway, so that's it for this remaster. Hopefully I clarified the situation and helped you decide what you think. Alright. Join my Discord if you want to sign up for the tournament I'm going to be having in about a week, because I've got a prized tournament that I'm going to be hosting from my Discord, and we have a prize fund that's coming up for £1,000, and I am actually looking forward to that way more than I was ever looking forward to this remaster. So, yep. See you next time.